to the One to Another podcast. My name is Joanne Petrie. Today, I want to share with you a story about a shepherd and sheep. There's a true story I love about a house party in one of those big English country houses. Often after dinner at these parties, people would give recitations, sing, or use whatever talent they had to entertain the company. One year, a famous actor was among the guests. I've been told it might be Charles Laughton. When it came to his turn to perform, he recited the 23rd Psalm, perhaps the most beloved psalm in the Psaltery. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. His rendition was magnificent, and there was much applause. At the end of the evening, someone noticed a little old great aunt dozing in the corner. She was deaf as a post and had missed most of what was going on, but she was urged to get up and recite something. In those days, people used to memorize a lot of poetry. So she stood up and in her old quackery, old voice, she started, "The Lord is my shepherd," and went on to the end of the psalm. When she had finished, there were many tears in many eyes. Later, one of the guests approached the famous actor. "You recited the psalm absolutely superbly. It was incomparable. So why were we so moved by that funny old lady?" He replied, "I know the psalm. She knows the shepherd." Because the Lord is my shepherd, I have everything I need. He lets me rest in the meadow grass and leads me beside the quiet streams. He restores my failing health. He helps me do what honors him the most. Even when walking through the dark valley of death, I will not be afraid. For you are close beside me, guarding, guiding all the way. You provide delicious food for me in the presence of my enemies. You have welcomed me as your guest. Blessings overflow. Your goodness and your unfailing kindness shall be with me all my life, and afterwards I will live with you forever in your home. I'm hoping that today that you would just take the time to read the 23rd Psalm for yourself, because it takes reading it many times before you really understand that you know the shepherd. And I can remember as I was growing up, both of my parents were deaf, and my dad got up early. I can't remember if he'd get up at 3 or 3:30, and he would eat his breakfast, which was usually some kind of cold cereal and coffee. And then he would open his Bible and do his readings, and then he would always end with reading the 23rd Psalm. And so year after year, he did this. And one time I can remember that those pages in his Bible were being very worn. And so I asked him one day in sign language, I said, "Daddy, your page with the 23rd Psalm is very worn. Are you going to get a new Bible?" And in sign language, first of all, I saw him put his hands down on the Bible on the 23rd Psalm. And he said to me, "Oh no, I don't need a new Bible. My worn Bible is right for me. I know the Psalm by heart." So maybe it's time to start reading the 23rd Psalm until you know it by heart, and then you can say it whenever you need to, because the truth of it is that the Lord is our shepherd, and he does say that you will have everything you need. And maybe it's today for you to need to know the shepherd. And so I hope that maybe today you'll just take a little time to move forward somewhere in your grief and take a moment to read the 23rd Psalm. And remember, He is your shepherd.